So some of you might be wondering about credits and how it all works, right? You know, produced by this guy, mixed by this guy, and what should you be saying about yourself? And so I think the difference really is, this is how I always look at it, and this is how I break it down. If you're the guy in the room who tells somebody that they did a good job on a vocal take, or you suggest a new melody that might be better, or maybe you teach the guitar player a better way to play his own riff that he wrote, I feel like that puts you in the producer chair. If you're the guy where the band tells you they want the record to sound heavy and then you put some compressors on it and you use some EQs, then I feel like you're the mixing engineer. If you're the guy that's in the live room, you know, setting up mics and pointing it in just the right way and like dialing in the preamp, then you're the engineer. All of these things are different roles that we play when we make a record, but odds are if you're making a record today, you might be doing all of these things. Should you be getting credit for it? The answer is simple. It's absolutely, you should be getting credit for it. And the reason why you want to get credit for doing these different parts of the record is that this is going to be the one thing that people are going to look at when they think about the sound of a record. Like if I pick up a record and I listen to what it sounds like, I'm going to go to the liner notes. I'm going to be like, who did this? Like, who was the producer? Who was the engineer? Who mixed it? Who mastered it? All of these different people are the team that basically created this album and made it sound the way that it sounds. The reason why you want these credits actually printed on the the booklet that comes with the CD is because this is the thing that a lot of people look at. This is what the labels look at. This is what the managers look at. Even the bands who want to be competitive and want to go out there and like kill it and do a good job, they look at everyone else's liner notes. They look at, you know, who was the lawyer, who was the business manager. Sometimes people even list those things in there. And if they're really trying to go after something, that's who they're going to look up. They're going to find that person on Google and contact them and be like, yo, will you start booking our tours because you booked the tours for this other band that we like, and that's where we want to be. And so if you see a band, you know, like Asking Alexandria, and you see this album was produced by Joey Sturgis and you love that album, that might be the producer that you want to go to. So it's important for you to basically try and get credit. Now, here's the thing that you're going to run into, especially when you get started in this industry, you're going to find that nobody wants to put this credit in the liner notes because it's a competitive space. You know, the band wants to feel like they're responsible for their own music and they want to feel like they're the ones who made this happen. And so you really have got to fight for that space, and early on in your career, that's going to be very tough. My friend produced this album and he had to really fight to get his credit in that booklet because he was working with another top engineer and producer, and the other producer was sort of like taking the lead role in the process, and he sort of wanted all of the credit, right? But my friend literally sat in his studio with the artist day in and day out for multiple days. I was there, I literally witnessed it. He was writing melodies, he was helping the artist get the right passion in the performance, and he absolutely 100% deserved that credit. But even so, even though he was really there, he really did it, and he deserved it, he earned it, he had to fight to get his name in that CD because there was someone higher up on the project and they wanted all the credit. And he fought and he fought and he fought, and his manager helped him out a lot and his lawyer helped him out, and he did get that credit, and that enabled him to go on and get the next bigger project that was happening. And so you can see how credit can matter a lot. However, I don't want to steer you into a negative space. I don't want to tell you, you know, do all of this fighting and get these lawyers involved, because if you go down that rabbit hole too far, you'll dig a ditch and nobody will put you on any of the records that you're working on. So make sure that you find that sweet spot, that sweet balance where it's still friendly and you're still asking for what you deserve. You know, you're positioning yourself from a confident position, but you're not going too far beyond that. You know, you're not being too pushy or aggressive. If you've honestly done a good job and you've deserved that position, that credit, then ask for it and fight. You know, make a case for yourself of why you should be on there. And once you get that first one, the second one's easy, the third one's even easier, and the fourth one will be no sweat. And eventually you'll be getting your name regularly printed in the CDs, and that's the thing that aspiring musicians and artists are going to look at, other managers are going to look at, record labels are going to see, and sooner or later you're building up a word of mouth for yourself and your name. And now people are going to know exactly who to go to when they want their record to be like this. And that's the reason why credit matters so much to you right now in your career. So let's talk about actually bringing up the subject of getting your name put in those liner notes. The first thing you're going to want to do is build a really good rapport with the band so that when tough subjects like this come up, it's not awkward to start talking about it. You know, let's say you've been recording with a band for like 30 days and they're about to go home and you haven't talked about the credit yet. What I would do is I would say, look guys, I think we had a great time here and I love everything that we've done. I just want to ask you guys, would it be cool with you if somehow my name got involved in the credits, because I think that we've all created something really amazing here as a team, and I just want to make sure that my name is included because I know your names will be on it. Obviously, you're the band, you guys are the talent, you're the star, but I feel like I've really brought something to the table here and I've taken things to the next level, and I hope that because of doing that I could get my name put in there too. That might be a real easy way to roll into it. And if you're really friendly with the band, I mean, you can probably just say, hey guys, like, am I gonna get my name on this thing or what? And they'll probably just laugh and say, sure dude. You know, as long as you create that environment, that will work. And from there, it might get more difficult, it might be more tough, you might have to start getting managers involved. But since you had that one little moment, that one little funny moment where you just brought it up and everyone was cool, then it won't be as hard than just waiting till they get home and then emailing them and making it all awkward. You know, don't like call up a lawyer and then have the lawyer start emailing them on your behalf. Like, that's the total wrong way to go about it. First, you want to get them to sort of handshake on it, right? In person, eye to eye, when you're all having a good time and everything's rolling really well in the studio, get that handshaking and sort of get that camaraderie amongst yourselves so that when you do go to talk about it in the serious business format, that it won't be this really weird, awkward thing that you're trying to push on everyone. All right, so let's get to some questions and actions. If you've thought about getting your name in the credits but you haven't done it yet, maybe what you want to do is practice with your friend, you know, talk to them a little bit like as if they're the band, they're the ones coming into the studio, and try to find a couple of different ways to bring it up and break the ice. And once you do that, you're going to find it's so much easier to do with your clients when they're actually in the studio. And once you've done that, then the next time a band does come in, make sure you actually put this into practice so that when they go out and put that music video out or push that album out, your name is going to be included. Are you confused about what kind of credit to even ask for? Put it in the comments below. Let us know like what kind of relationship you've built with the band, and we can give you some tips on what to even ask for so that the next time you go to talk to a band about the credits, you're going to go in there confident, you're going to know exactly what to ask for so that you get what you deserve, and that takes you to the next step in your career. Anyway, we want to know what you guys think, so let us know in the comments below. Let's start a discussion and move our careers forward. I'm Joey Sturgis. This is the Career Builder Show, and thanks for watching.